Hi Whovians, Harry here, and with rumours of reshoots and re-editing for the Doctor Who 60th anniversary, a lot of fans are thinking, could this have anything to do with multiple Doctors? Of course, a lot of fans want returning Doctors for the 60th anniversary. Of course, we've got David Tennant as the main Doctor, but there has been speculation from basically since the 60th anniversary was announced that there will be other Doctors returning. And I've never really done an episode on is this possible that there could be returning Doctors, but this video is going to be about that. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, also leave a like and comment down below. And also, before we get into the video, I do just want to say, again, this channel has undergone a change. If you don't know what that's about, I will link in the cards above a channel update video which I had. And basically, if you have any Doctor Who questions or Pokemon questions that you want asked in a video form, let me know down in the comments below what type of videos, of course, related to Pokemon and Doctor Who you would want for me to answer. So put those down in the comments below, and let's get in to the video. So, of course, as I said, a lot of fans have speculated since the start that there could be returning Doctors. I did actually do one video on potentially Matt Smith returning alongside David Tennant, but this was just before David Tennant and Catherine Tate were confirmed to be returning for the 60th anniversary special. And many other Doctor Who YouTube channels have discussed whether Doctors could return or discuss leaks or rumours of potentially returning Doctors. Now, of course, we've all seen the leaks of Matt Smith of like a badly blurry picture of a person that looks like Matt Smith, and these have mostly been debunked. Of course, they've come up a couple of times, and Matt Smith has been asked many times on whether he's returning or not, and he has kept saying, no one's asked me. Again, it could be an Andrew Garfield situation where he said that flat out that he wasn't in Spider-Man No Way Home, and then it turned out that he of course was in No Way Home. But Matt Smith isn't the only previous Doctor that people have thought could return. Of course, we have people from, well, technically Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor, is still alive, and they could recast the first Doctor, second and third Doctor. They've recast the first Doctor before, of course, David Bradley, who has played William Hartnell in An Adventure in Space and Time, and he's played the first Doctor in Twice Upon a Time, and of course The Power of the Doctor, with the second Doctor kind of being recast. Reece Shearsmith played him in An Adventure in Space and Time, and the third Doctor hasn't yet been recast, whether he's playing John Pertwee or the third Doctor. But they could be recast, and we could see them in the 60th anniversary. And of course, this caught up even more traction with the reveal of the Guardians of the Edge in The Power of the Doctor. Of course, we saw the first Doctor, played by David Bradley. We saw the fifth Doctor, played by Peter Davison. We saw the sixth Doctor, played by Colin Baker. The seventh Doctor, played by Sylvester McCoy. And the eighth Doctor, played by Paul McGann. And Tom Baker was even supposed to reprise his role as the fourth Doctor, as another Doctor, Guardian of the Edge, deity kind of thing. But there was scheduling conflicts, so Tom Baker couldn't return for the role. And of course, people have thought, well, Russell T Davies has said that the Guardians of the Edge could fit in very nicely with his vision of Doctor Who moving forward. So could there be returning Doctors in the form of the Guardians of the Edge? And that has led many fans to think that they could bring back returning Doctors then, and who are the most likely? And of course, with the first, second and third Doctors, they could cast anyone that looks like William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton or John Pertwee. I mean, they've already cast David Bradley as the first Doctor a few times, so I bet he would be up for returning as the first Doctor, and as long as they get someone that will play the second and third Doctor's roles with respect, and as long as they look like Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee, I don't see why they couldn't have actors for the second and third Doctor. Of course, the fourth Doctor, I would say Tom Baker could come back. I mean, he might think he's a bit too old for it now, and also he didn't have the best time filming for Doctor Who, but I could see him coming back. And of course, we know that the Fifth Doctor, of course, he's come back several times to Doctor Who, most recently in The Power of the Doctor. Same thing goes for the Sixth Doctor, played by Colin Baker. He returned for The Power of the Doctor. Of course, Sylvester McCoy returned for the Doctor Who TV movie and also The Power of the Doctor, so I would say he is up for coming back. And same with Paul McGann, he returned for the Night of the Doctor and The Power of the Doctor, so I can see him coming back as well. But with Doctors 5 through to 8, is it too early for them to come back? Because if they come back in the 60th anniversary specials, technically, they've only just left the show. Even though it's over a year, the previous episode they appeared in, so is it too soon for Doctors 1 through to 8 to come back? I think maybe it is, and I don't think they want to tread on any toes, because the main Doctor should be the current Doctor. It should be David Tennant, it should be Ncuti Gatwa. That's who the focus is on, rather than previous Doctors. And then we move into New Who Doctors, and let's start with the War Doctor. Of course, the War Doctor, of course, unfortunately, John has passed away, just like the first 3 Doctors. And with only him playing really a small role in Doctor Who, I don't see him really coming back. I mean, if they go a dark route with David Tennant's 14th Doctor, maybe they could bring John Pertwee back to kind of push David Tennant's 14th Doctor towards the light side of the Doctor. But other than that, I can't really see a War Doctor coming back. And now let's move into the 9th Doctor, of course played by Christopher Eccleston. No, this is just a flat out no. Christopher Eccleston has said many times that he is not coming back to Doctor Who. It will only be him if he is returning to Doctor Who on TV, and it was more than enough to get his big finish. Doctor Who fans thought that we wouldn't get any Christopher Eccleston content after 2005, so it's just a miracle he came back for Big Finish. Of course, David Tennant coming back, so let's move on to Matt Smith. He has been asked many times and he's just said that he hasn't been approached. So again, this could be an Andrew Garfield situation, and he could be in the 60th anniversary. So let's move to the 12th Doctor, who I could say, maybe with a bit of arm twisting and a bit of enticement, he would come back to Doctor Who. He has said that he was fine with his time as the Doctor, and he kind of wouldn't want to come back to Doctor Who. But he was a big fan of Doctor Who, and I could see with a bit of arm twisting he could come back, but potentially he could stand his ground and just say no to a return. And of course we come to Jodie Whittaker, and I think she is in the same positions as Doctors 5 through to 8. She was in the previous episode of Doctor Who. She was in the last episode of Doctor Who. So is it too soon for her to return? Potentially yes. And would she want to just after basically giving up the role of the Doctor? I don't think she would return, really, if she literally just gave up the role of the Doctor. So, could we have any Doctors returning then after that? Of course, the most likely candidates are 2nd, 3rd, 11th, and that's it. Because Doctors 1 and then 5, 6, 7, 8 appeared in the previous episode, as well as 13. 9 has said they're flat out not coming back. War Doctor, unfortunately, the actor who played the War Doctor has passed away. And 12 has said that he's fine with his time when he was playing the Doctor in Doctor Who. So, with the cards on the table, I don't see a previous Doctor return other than David Tennant. I mean, I can't see them recasting the 2nd and 3rd Doctor. I can't see Doctors 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 returning, as well as 13 as they were in the previous episode. I don't think they recast Doctors 2 and 3, not without big reason. I don't think they'd recast the War Doctor or really bring him back in the story as he doesn't fit. And also, I can't see them bringing back, of course, 9, 12 or 13 as they've kind of fine with their time as the Doctor. And as for the Timeless Child Doctors, I think Russell T Davies will at least leave them alone for the 360th anniversary specials. So, that is it. Or is there? Russell T Davies has said that there's this one character in the 60th anniversary trailer that no one has identified. And it got me thinking, could this person be David Tennant? So, my reasoning behind this is that he's a white male, brown hair, and also this is the type of thing Russell T Davies would do. He would troll us so hard as to put in the most recognisable character in Doctor Who, just in a shot that no one could identify. I mean, it's definitely a not clear shot. The guy has a big coat on, he has a hat on, he has an umbrella obscuring his face. So this is something I could see Russell T Davies doing it just to mess with us, really. And this could be the 14th Doctor, could be the 10th Doctor potentially returning, or it could even be the Meta-Crisis Doctor. The Meta-Crisis Doctor is still out there somewhere. And with the Gallifrey return interim in between the time of the 10th Doctor's final episode and the 13th Doctor's final episode, the Doctor could have passed through a parallel universe from Pete's world into the main Doctor Who universe. So, I think if there is a returning Doctor, it will just be another version of David Tennant, and that would be hilarious. But that is just my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below if you think there are any returning Doctors, and also if you have any Doctor Who questions that you want made into videos, put them down in the comments below. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, also subscribe, and share it out, and I will see you in the next one.